Oh boy, look at here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small scale but projects nonetheless, Thomas projects that I accumulated. This right here, if you remember from my flea market video, one of my flea market videos, I bought these 2 tenders, that way I can combine them and make a new tender for my Trackmaster Thomas. But that's been on hold since I was skeptical on cutting them, because last time I did a cutting job on plastic, it didn't turn out that great. But we'll see. Next project. This is my childhood Scruffy. What I plan on doing with him, since I already got a new, better condition Scruffy from one of my flea market hauls, I'm thinking of turning this Scruffy into Fred, or this truck right here. And I may or may not give him like a 3D face to kind of, as a nod or reference to the hit toy Scruffy that came in like a 3-pack. And right here are, so if you remember from my earlier videos, this is my first Ertl Thomas. Now, of course, if you see my flea market videos, you know that I got another, better Ertl Thomas. But I'm not gonna just leave this Ertl Thomas to die and to turn into a scrap piece for my scrapyard. I'm actually gonna fix him up, but not just fixing it up and restoring him, but basically making my own version of an Ertl. As like, how would I say it? My version of an Ertl Thomas. Though, we'll just have to wait and see, because, yeah. I have the wheels for him, and I have a plan on how to make him work, and I have loads of plans, but I cannot spoil them right now, or I might spoil the plan. Right, this right here. These are both my childhood, one of my childhood busy books, James and Edward. Now, along my time, I accumulated a lot of these, my busy books, Thomas books. I got 2, I know in my lifetime, I got 2 of the first My Busy Book Thomas that came with Annie and Clarabelle and Harold and Toby. And hold on, give me a minute. Alright. And the last My Busy Book Thomas book I got was like the newer book at the time with Rosie, Emily, Spencer, and Whiff, where this James came from. And the Golden Side Rods. Yes, I'll try to paint his running board black to make him Railway Series accurate or something. I don't know. I didn't even know it was what the Railway Series was at the time. But anyway, back to these 2. So I don't remember if this was my first or second James that I have, but either way, yeah. At one point, I was bored and I painted him yellow with black. I don't know why. And I know what I was trying to do with Edward at one point. I tried to make him Casey Jr. for some reason. You can see by how, yeah, I tried making like a piston rod and all that, but yeah, it looks like shit. So one day while I was bored and I just had a thought, how would these look if their tenders were cut from him? And, well, James actually looks good. I didn't think much of the My Busy Books James molding, other than it's decent, but kind of give me squish diecast Tomica James vibes. But with the tender cut from him, the tender is really the small part here, and James is just decently proportioned. But I'm fine with the size of the tender. In fact, it kind of reminds me of the Bluebird James set, and it had a tiny tender. But either way, so yeah, sooner or later I'm gonna strip all this shitty Sharpie paint off him and turn him into my AU James. And Edward, well, I'm also gonna do the same, but I'm thinking I might try to cut his wheels off and try to make his chassis thinner, like on James. Cause the gripe I have, I really don't like the My Busy Book Edward mold of figure. To me, he just looks proportionally off. Like he looks low. None that his chassis is wide. But I might improve the chassis by making it thinner, like James. Though at the same time, I might not bother with the chassis since, it's very thin, and since these my Busy Book Thomas pieces are made out of rubber, the chassis can easily destroy itself. But yeah, that's project number 4. Actually, this will count along the project number 4. Slightly restoring my Busy Book Rosie. I might give her a completely different livery, though I'm not too sure. The only thing I do know is just to clean her up. And also another thing that is nearly done on the My Busy Book project is finishing up my Mavis. Yeah, I was giving her eyeliner, but then I accidentally slipped with the black Sharpie. Now, yeah, I'm still. I stopped fixing her left eye, but I'm gonna finish that up soon. I cut her wheels off since, to me, the wheels kind of throw off her proportions. But either way, yeah, I'll talk more about these Busy Books things later. Anyway, Toby. So if you see my Twitter post, you probably know what I did with his wheels. Basically, I used his wheels on my Trackmaster AU James, and yeah, I was just left to Toby. I do plan on. Let me just put him back. I do plan on giving him a new chassis, but basically, I'm planning on doing what I did with my wind-up lady, and basically giving him a paper cardstock chassis that is, well, not stylized to anything. Yeah, before y'all say anything, this lady, the reason why I just say wind-up instead of capsule, because, well, this lady is the American capsule lady, which in America, you can't really call these capsules since they came in like peg box style boxes. Not only that, the only time these were packaged in capsule type packaging. Let me just check another thing real quick. But yeah, the only time these were a package in anything capsule related were like Easter egg, well, clear Easter eggs and Christmas plastic eggs. Though I wouldn't call them capsules. No, I want to different these with the American wind up Thomases with the Japanese. Anyway, so yeah, this was, yeah, let me do a little, because I don't think I will make a video about her, because, well, it's really simple, but I don't know, I already know that I have a shit ton of video projects on hold, but anyway, so yeah, this was my childhood wind up capsule, you could say, lady. And over time, her decals will worn off, and not only that, I believe, this is her original motor, and if I try to wind it up, yeah, it's a bit jammed and kind of crap. So I decided to take it upon myself to kind of upgrade her, do a custom with her, and this is what I did. I made her a cardstock, a new chassis out of cardstock, and also made her some new stripes with stickers. Now some might say I could have used transfers, but I want to go with something a bit more creative and more fun. Yeah, it was fun cutting all these shapes and sticking it onto lady. Yeah, I really like this little lady mod I did. I might do this same thing again, like with Toby, and also with a couple of my minis, because I got some of my childhood minis, and what I'm gonna do with them is gonna cut a bit of their axle. That way I can grab their wheels for my other customs and Trackmaster edits. Because, to be honest, I'm not really into minis. But at the same time, I would like to see what they will look like with a different type of chassis instead of like 4 big wheels. Anyway, that's a lot of sidetracking thing. But yeah, those are my Thomas projects that you may want to look out for, but it might take a while for these projects to come to fruition, since I also have this project up here and that project over there. But you won't see those soon until they're finished. But there is one project I like to do right now, and that is these. Since I have a feeling since I'm now starting to think, yeah, I can cut these. So yeah, sorry for my ramblings. Yeah, penis.